Good morning, guys. It's 3:23 in the morning, but we are about to get on a plane to go to Atlanta to buy a GX470. You know, these Southern rigs, these rust-free trucks, you gotta have them. And I know some people out there will tell me they found a perfect mint condition, rust-free GX470 or 4Runner or whatever your project dream vehicle is in the Midwest or up north. I'm really happy for you. That wasn't the case. It's literally 3:25 now in the morning. I found one down south, down in Atlanta. Worked out a price, and it's a mint condition, never left the South, completely rust-free GX470, and I'm gonna take you guys along to come get it. I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend Eric, who was more than willing to pick me up at 3:30 in the morning to take me to the airport so I could fly to Atlanta and pick up the GX470. He's also a car guy, so he understands the dilemma of wanting the cleanest possible vehicle. All right, guys, we are here in Alpharetta, Georgia, Avalon Auto. As you can see, they definitely do Toyota 4x4s, but this is the one that we're after. This is the blue 2003 Southern car, 157,000 miles, tan interior, tons of recent maintenance done. First drive, and yeah, it drives like a Toyota V8 4x4 SUV. Now, looking at the interior, you can tell it's a 2003. Luckily, 2003 is before they required premium fuel. You can see it does have 157,000 miles on it if the camera will focus. The touchscreen is laughably dated, but it does have heated seats that work, and everything on it works. The power mirrors work. It's a Lexus / Toyota, so you kind of just expect everything to work, and it does. All right, full disclosure, don't film yourself with an iPhone while you're driving. That's dumb. In reviewing my footage, one, I just simply didn't want to post that much footage of me doing that. Two, it was super shaky and unusable. So this is a few days after, but what I wanted to talk about was the driving experience of the GX470. Now, anybody watching this has likely driven a Land Cruiser, a 4Runner, something similar. And so there's really not a lot of driving notes to give, but if you're wondering, this is a big 4x4 V8 SUV. It also happens to be a Toyota / Lexus product, which means it is very comfortable. It is very quiet, especially on stock suspension. Even this one, I believe this has had the coilover conversion. It's very, very smooth. Now, depending on the modifications you make, that can change. You can make it better, worse, taller, shorter, whatever you want. But in stock form, these drive really well. With the V8, that 4.7 liter million mile V8, the best way to describe it is there's enough power. There's plenty of torque, plenty of power at all times. You don't really ever lack power. It's not fast, but it will always get you where you want to go at the appropriate speed. I know that's a really boring description, but that's how these drive. It's perfectly balanced in my opinion. Plenty of power. It's efficient enough. Again, it's a big Lexus Toyota off-road 4x4. The GX470 is also known as the Land Cruiser Prado. It also shares a platform with the 4th gen 4Runner. So these are not gas getters. That said, they're not terrible. I've been driving this one for a few days, and I've been averaging somewhere in between 17 and 20 miles per gallon on my short little cruise back and forth. Now, in town, it's probably a little bit worse than that. So that number is probably optimistic, and I'm sure there's plenty of people in the comments that will tell me exactly how optimistic those numbers are, but those are my driving notes on the GX470. Now let's please continue with the purchase process. For better or worse, there's really nothing to show you guys of the purchase process. It was a cash transaction. I had already been speaking with Adam at Avalon Auto before flying to Atlanta, and once I knew the GX470 was exactly as he had described it online, there really wasn't anything to talk about, so that's why there's really no footage of the actual purchase process. All right, guys, the deal is done. There it is. It's a mint 157,000 mile Southern truck, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, it is bone stock. You can see the owner of Avalon Auto here in Alpharetta, Georgia. They made it super easy. That's his personal rig. So this is going to look a lot like that, hopefully in the very near future. But we'll get with our friends at Top Tier Suspensions and do that work later on. Now, I'm not going to do a full breakdown on it, but you can see from the video, it's locked, but it does have a really mint interior. The paint looks great for being an 03. Of course, we're going to do ceramic coating and paint correction and all that good stuff. And tons of work done to it already, tons of regular maintenance. and I'm excited to bring it home. Fast forward to a week later, I'm back at the office. I've got the GX behind me, obviously. I've had it for about 9 days now, and I wish there were stories to tell. I wish I had some big dramatic YouTube style update for you, but the truth is that thing has been performing exactly the way I expected. It was exactly as Avalon Auto described it, which was super refreshing, super cool to just fly down, buy it, no problem. So I'd like to extend a special thank you to Avalon Auto for making it easy. And no, I'm not paid to say this. I just believe in recommending good people when you find them. As far as upgrades go, there's already parts here, and I'll do a video on that later, but actually the warehouse behind me is literally chocked full of Icon Vehicle Dynamics, Dynatrack, PRP seats, all the off-road goodies you could probably ever want for this or any other platform. In fact, there's some built rigs just off camera too. So this will be hopefully a very fast build, even in the wake of, part supplies due to COVID or whatever, because I work at a place that sells the parts. So really excited to bring you guys a lot more on this, and thanks for watching.